Hello, welcome back to Geneforge 3. I cleared your basement. Cleaned it actually. Excellent, that means I'll actually be able to sleep again. You shapers really are marvellous. I don't think there's anything you can't do if you want. He goes downstairs for a minute. When he gets back, he says, I unlocked a cabinet down there. Contains a variety of supplies for free. Hope they're useful to you. Downstairs? A cabinet? Huh? What cabinet? Cabinet? Maybe it was one of these. I don't know what you mean. I guess one of them was just such a weak lock that I automatically picked it. Well, never mind. I got the experience for picking it, hopefully, and I got experience for completing a mission, hopefully, as well. Oh, it's picks. I've looked at Torsten, yeah, it was Torsten. I think I might recognise the disease, but I don't know how to cure it. Oh, well, that is something, I suppose. She sniffles and wipes her nose on her sleeve. Ugh! Maybe someone can tell you more about the disease. There are sages on the island, I know that. Please help us. Are there sages? Who would know about it? Is that a quest? Yeah. Might be possible if you wanted to spend the time. Well, I do. For a reward, that's all. Nothing else. Who's this? Oh, there's Hevig. Well, might as well. You have found the commander of Fort Kentia. She's a middle-aged woman, no doubt experienced both in war and administration. Lately, her job has become far more difficult than expected. When you approach, she bows to you. Ah, such respect. Whoa! Wow, the appropriately respectful greeting from an outsider to a Shaper. She's very glad that you've arrived. Welcome, welcome, Shaper. I'm Commander Hevig. I have been waiting for news of the school. What has happened there? Is the school sending help? Are the Shapers going to help us? Before that, just so you know, there are a bunch of rogues hiding in the tunnels under the fort. I killed them. Hevig sighs. I wish I was able to show the Shapers more competence. More competence? Oh, than I have. Thank you for your help, Shaper. I hope we will need less of it in the future. Okay, well, I have bad news. The Shaper school has been destroyed. Tell her about it. As you tell the story, Commander Hevig slumps back into her chair. No, she's walking around, actually. She seems stunned. So you are it? You're the only Shaper being sent to save us? Oh! What? I'm good enough. Soon will be, anyway. Hevig is no fool. Unlike the other people here, she realises that you're still only an apprentice. She doesn't seem to believe that you can do anything to help them. Well, I already have. Of course, she still seems willing to let you try, or convince you to try. This information is useful. It's valuable to know what has been happening at the school. Now, if you wish, I can tell you what has been happening here. Tell me what's happened, or what you know of it. Well, as you know, the island has been overrun with monsters. I've killed them all. Rogues, you would call them, but they're monsters to us, and there are lots of them. In the bushes, burrowing underground, everywhere. They first appeared deep in the mines at the north end of the island. News came back to me of miners being attacked. A few attacks first, then more. But the day I realised that there was a real problem, the attacks came. They came out of the mines at first? Yes, the crystal mines to the north. Many long galleries burrowing down into the granite, full of deposits of beautiful, flawless crystals. Oh, I know, I've got them all. From what I hear, 1 hour the tunnels were clear, then just minutes later they were full of monsters. A few miners died, most were able to flee, thank goodness. Then the monsters poured out and spread out. They hid in the woods, crawled everywhere, jumped out in ambushes, killed humans anywhere they were isolated. So I called everyone back to the fort. Many got on boats and left for other islands, and then the quarantine happened. Quarantine? Yeah? A courier came from Donor's Isle, a courier from the Shapers. That is the largest island in this chain. Well, I bet it would have said that even if I hadn't asked the other characters about the islands. So then what's the point of having the question if I already know? He said that all travel between islands was to stop immediately, to restrict the spread of the monsters. How would the monsters spread if it's just people getting on the boats? They're not going to bring pet monsters, are they? That means only I can allow people to take a boat away from here, and then only when absolutely necessary. And that is where things have been. I've been keeping things afloat as best I can, waiting for Shaper help that has not arrived. No Shapers have tried to help you? None have even visited. Well, just one from your school, but he passed through quickly. Oh, was that whatever his name was, the guy who was packing up to leave. So if I go back there now, will he be gone? But now you're here, trapped here in fact with us. Will you be able to help us? Will you help us find out where these monsters are coming from and destroy it? If you did, it may be safe for people to leave the island, like you. There is an unmistakable undertone of menace in her voice. What? She's been given orders from the Shapers to keep the island under quarantine. If you ever want to leave this island, it will only be with her permission, and she wants something from you. Greta looks at you hopefully. She clearly wants to offer to help the townsfolk, even if they aren't treating you with the proper respect. They are, they're all bowing to me. Alright, you've convinced me. I will do whatever I can to help. Commander Hevig nods, surprised. She didn't expect such cooperation from a Shaper. Excellent, then we have much to discuss. We already have. And I will make sure the people of the fort hear of your offer of cooperation. I'm sure they'll be glad to hear it. I have another question. You have Commander Hevig's complete attention. Yes, anything else you'd like to know or do? Can you give me some supplies, by the way? I would like to, but we're cut off here. We have very limited supplies. I'm sure that your Shaper resources can help you with whatever you need to do. Alright, I won't command. Is there something else you'd like to know? I would like to help you deal with the rogues. I accept your offer of help, and if you assist me, I may be able to assist you too. As I said earlier, the rogues seem to have come out of the mines. I sent some scouts there. They explored and they found some sort of Shaper artifact. I'm not sure what it is, but it may tell us something about the source of the monsters. It's in the storeroom to the north, in the northeast corner of the fort. I'll send someone to unlock the door for you. Look at it and tell me what you think. Did I already do that? I'd like a boat to the next island. And I would like nothing more than to let you, but the quarantine was put in place by the Shapers to keep dangerous creations on this island. Of course, if you want to do something to help us control these creations, I might be able to use my authority to let you go to Harmony Isle, the next island in the chain. I could use some other information. Yes? You told me that a Shaper passed through here recently. Yes, Master Hogue, that was it. Came through here. He's an instructor in your school, yes? Well, he was. This is true. This is true. He was the only instructor to survive the attack, and now he's fleeing, very suspicious. He left just before the quarantine, refused to help. It was very odd. Have you heard anything about interesting events on other islands? Not nearly enough. We're isolated here even under good circumstances. With the quarantine it's worse. What about what? The artifact. Haven't I looked at it? Examine Shaper device. In a storeroom in the northeast corner of the fort. Oh, not in the mines, okay. I thought she went to get someone to unlock a door in the mines. I'll have that bottle. Butthole. That guard was telling me to go to her office in the middle of town, which is where I am right now. So that's clever, isn't it? Have some different dialogue for the guards that are actually in here. Whoa, I thought I couldn't have any supplies because you're stretched thin. As in you haven't got much anyway. Blocks. Crystals. I bet I could nick some. Your crime was seen. Uh-oh, I'm out of here. Who's that? Warrior. When you approach this guard, he steps between you and the boat. He won't let you near it. I'm sorry, Shaper, but I have orders, and I better not disobey them, or it goes bad for me. There's a quarantine on. Nobody can use the boat to leave the island without permission from Commander Hevig. Well, I'm going to anyway. When you try to use the boat, the guard stops you. I'm sorry, Shaper, but I have orders, and I better not disobey them or it goes. Nope. What's in here then? Oh my god, the inn. I'm in it. That was funny. Oh, townsman. This is one of the number of people who are staying in the inn. This inn because they are stranded on the island by your quarantine, not mine. Unfortunately, you find that as a shaper it's impossible to have a nice casual conversation with the stranger. The people in the inn are terrified of you. You don't learn anything useful. Or there's some guy called Kogath. That seems like a useful name. Kogarth. There is a sailor wandering around the inn. Well, not so much wandering as stumbling. He's had a lot to drink and he seems to be looking for a fight, and he just saw you. You, shaper, I'm Kogarth. I make my living fishing, and your rotten kind has made this quarantine and blocked everything up, and I can't make a living. What do you have to say for that, huh? Things in the bar have gotten very quiet. Why don't you calm down? Why don't you shut up? You and your kind making your orders, destroying our lives, keeping us from making a living just so you can solve the problems you made with your own monsters. I'm sick of it. Well, I'll leave you to your drinking. Good day. You try to turn away, but Kogarth jumps forward and blocks your path. Oi! No, you don't. I want answers. I want to know what makes you think you have the right to block everything up like this. All eyes in the inn are on you. The other sailors are wise enough to not pick fights with you, but you can see that they're thinking much the same thing. Right. Wait, what? The other sailors are wise enough to not pick fights with you, but you can see that they're thinking much the same. Oh, the same as this guy. You'd best get out of my way. Oh no! Oh no, I want answers. What right do you have to lock us up like this? Because of monsters you created? You're right, it is unjust. I'll see what I can do about it. Your response calms him down, but you hope that your shaper superiors don't hear that you backed down when challenged by an outsider. How would they hear? Who's going to go tell them? Oh, alright. Well, that's good to hear. Good. About time too. You get it fixed. He returns to his drinking, his status much raised in the eyes of his fellows. Damn, what a badass. Kogarth is still drunk and belligerent, however a small sane part of his brain has started to tell him that picking fights with shapers is not wise. I'll speak with you. At some point Kogarth realised how foolish he was to challenge you. He's now quite appropriately terrified of you. Sorry shaper, I have to go bathroom or sleep. Goodbye. He walks away quickly. Have their opinions changed now? Look at all this stuff. A little teapot. I'm going to take that and sell it. Yum. Well, I guess I'll talk to the innkeeper. Alilia. This inn is full and the innkeeper is busy. She has so many customers to attend to and jobs to do that it takes several minutes for her to attend to you. She gives you a quick bow, adequately respectful, and says, I'm sorry for the delay, shaper. I am Alilia. This is my inn. With the quarantine, things are very busy, but I'll help you as best I can. Would you like a meal or a drink? I would like to order something. No, I wouldn't. Do you have any free rooms? Heh, no, the quarantine has been terrible for everyone else, but good for me. Every bit of floor has an unhappy miner or sailor or fisherman on it. Even if you are willing to live in such humble conditions, I have no room left. I'm sorry, shaper. Tell me about the quarantine. It was declared by the shapers not long after the monsters appeared everywhere. From what I hear, it's what your kind does to keep the things from spreading farther. Farther or further? I haven't learned the difference between those either. How does someone leave the island? I already know. But you have to ask everything. They get permission from Commander Hevig, and it's not likely that she'll give it. If she lets the wrong person off, the shapers get mad, and then, well, it's bad for her. How widespread is the quarantine? From what I hear, it's everywhere. Every island in the chain. Nobody can go to another island or the mainland. I talk to lots of people, and even I don't know what's happening on the other islands, but it must be bad. Lilia has many jobs to do and customers to attend to, but you're a shaper after all. She manages to squeeze in enough time to speak to you. Any problems with all the monsters everywhere? Plenty of problems, just not for me. Most of the monsters are outside. Not all, but most. The soldiers deal with them. I just stay in here and make drinks and such. But then I'm not entirely free. There is one monster that's been troubling me. My eyes were a bit naff just then. I thought it was balbling, not TR, a B. You said that not all monsters are outside? She laughs. Oh yes, some of the creatures slipped into the cellars under the fort, yes, not fart. So we locked them in. I sealed the trapdoor in my kitchen and so on. And so on, what? But wait, I heard you took care of that problem, so I guess I can reclaim my basement now. Yeah, until more monsters crawl out of the walls. What monster's troubling you? Bah, I have stables in the southwest corner of town. For visitors and so on. Not so on again. Well, this shaper called Hogue comes through town and he puts a creation in the stable and he leaves. And now the thing's going funny in the head. I'm afraid it's going to attack someone. I need someone to calm it down or, well, get rid of it, I guess. I've been offering 100 coins to anyone who could help me with it, but no luck. Hogue left it? You mean Master Hogue from the Shaper School? I don't know, I suppose. He rushed through here just before the quarantine started. Didn't stay to help or anything. Peculiar. After the school was attacked, Hogue must have rushed ahead of you to get here first and leave the island. Well, we wouldn't really have to rush. I've been all over the island doing other stuff. What sort of creation is causing the trouble? Some big worm thing with fangs, I don't know. I'll deal with it, don't you worry. Maybe I'll hire it. I could use a non-created Artilla, probably. Probably? God, can you stop saying probably in that way? No. It's some form of reference of some type. Or some such. It's from that loads of money. Loads of emone. Don't talk to Bob. Right, well, not much nickable stuff over here, is there? Shall I go deal with that silly rogue right about now? The Funk Soul Brother? Might as well. This town is taking years. As in 2 parts so far. And I have a feeling... Oh, I don't want a bucket. I want that rope in there. I want that rope as well. Every penny shall be mine. Wow! There's a bit of meat in there as well. I'm coming in for some meat. Whoa! Oh my god, confused Artilla. Some shaper has left an Artilla in the stable. It's cowering in the corner, twitching and confused. You immediately recognise what's wrong with it. It's one of the first things you learned in your training. When most sorts of creations spend time away from shapers, they start to get mentally unstable. Only serviles and a very few other sorts of creations are immune to this effect. Whoever made this Artilla, they left it here. It's been slowly, gradually going rogue. Leaving it here was a very dangerous, irresponsible thing to do. Artilla, you should come and serve me. When you try and take control of it, it hisses and lurches at you. You jump back. Unfortunately, its creator was a powerful shaper. This creation has a very strong will. If it didn't, it would have gone mad days ago. But at the same time, you won't be able to control it. Oh, that sounds like even if I have more leadership, I won't be able to. Artilla, your time of service is done. Slurp! That might cost me experience, so I might load it. All shapers have the innate power to affect creations, to try to control their minds and get them to submit. Fortunately, your leadership skills are strong enough to affect it. It slithers close to you and bows its head. You place your hand on it and concentrate. You make the bonds that hold it together weaker, and you draw the essence that animates it back into your body. What do you mean back into my body? I never made this one in the first place. In minutes. That long. It's gone. Its service is done. Greta looks away. This whole incident is disturbing for her. That is pretty gross, honestly. Sorry, Greta. It had to be done. God, imagine doing that to a servile. A living, thinking thing. Shapers just do that when they have no further use for them, and all their experiences and life and stuff is just gone. Absorbed. It's pretty scary. Shapers are disgusting. It's like absorption vor. Hi. Any problems? I took care of that rogue creation for you. Marvellous! She starts counting out your coins immediately. It's so nice having a shaper help us. It's really not something that's happened a lot lately. Right, well that's that then. 100 quid and some experience. Most importantly. I'm going around this way. It's more efficient. Unless it's blocked. Oh, it's blocked! Wow! Now, one trouble I remember with this game is when you actually do switch islands, you can't just quickly come back. You have to go to the dock, ride a boat to come back. You can't just fast travel, I believe. So my pile of items, as soon as I leave this island, I'll have to come back to this island before I can go back to the pile. Which is most inconvenient. This is a storeroom. Merchants passing through Fort Kentia usually use this room to store crystals and other goods passing in and out. However, at the moment, something unusual is being kept here. Oh, is it the artifact? You see something curious in the corner. There is a cylindrical container. It's a canister, a little over a foot high. The sides are made of thick, carefully blown glass. Inside it, you see a glowing fluid. It swirls and moves about, seemingly under its own power. Looks like it is in its own way, alive. Probably is. You've never seen anything exactly like this before. Yes, I have. There were a couple in the mines. But you have seen similar objects. The Shapers can hold essence, life energy within themselves, which they can use to heal or energize those in need. This must be something like that. However, these devices are rare and highly controlled. Why is one on this remote island? More than one. There's a small section of fragile glass at the top. If you break it with the palm of your hand, the substance will come forth and energize you. Whether the effect will be good or bad, though, you have no idea. Greta's fascinated. I wonder what it is. We should see what it does. Click on a canister to use it. Oh, I will. Don't you worry. I intend to. Sierra. Alan Shearer. You stumble a bit. You still feel a bit woozy. The stuff in that canister did something to you. Something very strange. The stuff didn't heal or revive you like you expected. What? I don't need healing or reviving. I'm alive already. It changed you. It's like it soaked into your skin and rewrote some of your very being, making you stronger. You feel within yourself a new ability, a new spell. I already had it actually, just made it stronger. However, it's not in your mind, where it should be. It's woven into your body, an innate part of you ready to be called forth. You feel deep within yourself a powerful urge to find more of the canisters and see what they can do. You're damn right I do. At the same time you feel fear. What has been done to you, and why do you feel such a compulsion to have it happen again? It's called Orgasm. The canister has improved you. You can now cast the spell Sierra. I already could. I learned it through normal means. Wow. Yawn. Is that it? Well, that probably would have been unlocked by anyone eventually. About this one. Oh my god, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do the Doom. I'm gonna sing the Doom song. Doom, 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 doom. Steal javelins? Of course I'll steal the javelins. Let's just discover the map here. About this Cronra. Nothing. And finally, this little building here. It's an abandoned... Oh, these quarters are abandoned. It doesn't look like anyone has lived here for weeks at least. Good. That means everything in here is mine for the taking. Oh dear. Some kinky stuff went on. Right, there you go. Fort Kentia. Done. Sell my excess junk to this guy. And I'll go talk to Hevig and hopefully get our ticket off this island. Should probably look into how to cure that guy as well. Apparently there are sages on this island or something. I'm just wondering what to do about my pile of stuff. It's probably worth going over there, picking up as much as I can and ferrying it across eventually. It's just mighty inconvenient, that's all. Mighty inconvenient. Oh, coming in this way. Okay, where's she gone? There. Hey, you should have stayed out so I could nick the stuff on your table. I found and inspected the Shaper device. Really? Excellent. What did you find out? There's a Shaper secret. It was an infesting, what? It was an interesting device, but I didn't learn anything important. Yeah, I did. I used the device. It was quite interesting. She seems surprised that you used the canister. She doesn't presume to offer an opinion on the wisdom of the move, though. I see. Well, you don't seem to have been harmed. A lucky thing. Oh well, I suppose we should move on to dealing with the actual problem. I would like a boat to the next island. And I will help you deal with the rogues now. Wait. Did I read all of this? Of course, if you were to do something to help us control these creations, I might be able to use my authority to let you go on to Harmony Island, the next island in the chain. I'll help you deal with the rogues now. I'm glad. There's not much information of value I can give you, only that the mines to the north would be the best place to explore. Find who created the creatures afflicting us. What is it? Creations, creatures, or monsters? And destroy them. If you can, I'll assist you as best I can, including, if you want, allowing you to leave the island. I'll do what I can. We're all counting on you. The monsters are the creation of your kind. If anybody can defeat them, you can. I have seen the beast that is the source of your problems, and I killed it. Hevig is silent for a moment, then she laughs. You did it! I'm sorry, but I am surprised. I did not think an apprentice could solve our problems. Oi! But somehow you did it. I think that you have done all you should do for us. I believe my forces can clean up the remaining monsters. I've done them all already. You've been here long enough. There are few shapers. The problems on the islands... What? There are few shapers, and problems on the other islands only a shaper can solve. I also have something for you, something useful to shapers, not to us. They were being delivered to the school when the attack happened. Hevig has a pair of pants brought to you. They're definitely shaper made, and infused with essence. I am of my word, you have helped us. I will relax the quarantine. A boat which can take you to Harmony Isle is on at the docks. Please do what you can. If rumours are true, the problems on the other islands are even worse than ours. That'll be fine. Anything else need doing around here? Many things, but all things we can do without the unwilling help of your kind. What do you mean unwilling? I'm asking right now. I want experience. If you did want to help us, the best way would be to travel to the other islands and see what's happening there, and letting them know of our plight. Shapers, however we feel about them, can do things others can't. I feel I should release you so that you can go help others. Release me? I wasn't held anyway. Has that sailor cheered up now because I've unleashed the quarantine? What about everyone else? What are you? I've done it. Nope, I guess not. I've done the quarantine. No, whatever. Huh. What are these pants? That's not pants, that's vambraces. Or whatever. 9 and 3 stun resistance. Well, what I have is better already. This one's got more armor, but... well, rubbish. Let's go sell that trash. And then next part, well, I guess we'll go to the next island, won't we? How is that worth 200 and this is worth 25? The one I'm wearing has got more stun resistance. Whatever. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.